Hello everyone and welcome to Old Coins TV channel. If you love exploring the world of coins, their history, value, and rare discoveries, you've come to the right place. Here, we'll share exciting information about coins from around the world, from ancient treasures to modern currency. So, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon to never miss our latest videos. This 2016 Canadian 5-cent coin, often casually compared with the Washington-style nickel by collectors and beginners, might look like an ordinary piece of pocket change at first glance, but when you take a closer look, especially in very fine condition without a visible mint mark, it begins to reveal a fascinating story rooted in modern coin production, collector demand, and subtle design elements that can dramatically influence its value in the numismatic world. The coin features the iconic beaver design on the reverse side, a long-standing national symbol of Canada that represents hard work and resilience, while the obverse carries the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II. And although millions of these coins were produced in 2016, certain examples stand out due to sharp strike quality, minimal wear, and rare die variations that are often overlooked by everyday users, making them hidden treasures for collectors who know exactly what to look for. In very fine condition, this coin retains moderate detail with slight wear on high points, but still clearly shows design features such as the texture of the beaver's fur and the clean lines of the lettering, which significantly enhances its desirability compared to heavily circulated coins. And while most standard 2016 Canadian nickels are only worth their face value, rare variants, such as those with die errors, doubled features, or unusual surface finishes, have been reported to sell for hundreds and even thousands of dollars in private auctions and online marketplaces, especially when authenticated and graded by professional coin grading services. What truly drives the value upward is a combination of rarity, condition, and collector hype, particularly when online communities and YouTube channels highlight these coins as hidden fortune finds, creating sudden spikes in demand among new collectors who start searching through their own change in hopes of discovering a valuable piece. And in some exceptional cases, coins that appear ordinary have been listed with asking prices reaching into the thousands simply because of unique minting anomalies or speculative market trends. Additionally, the absence of a clear mint mark in certain pieces can spark debate among collectors about whether the coin represents a special production batch or just a standard issue with normal characteristics, adding another layer of intrigue and mystery that fuels its popularity. Over time, as more collectors enter the hobby and begin to appreciate modern coins rather than just historical ones, pieces like the 2016 Canadian 5-cent coin gain attention not only for their design but also for their potential as affordable investments that could appreciate in value, especially if preserved in high-grade conditions such as very fine or better. So before you spend that seemingly ordinary nickel, it's worth taking a moment to inspect its details carefully, because you might just be holding a coin that tells a deeper story, one that connects history, craftsmanship, and the exciting possibility of turning everyday currency into a valuable collectible worth far more than its original 5-cent face value. As we go deeper into the story of the 2016 Canadian 5-cent coin, it becomes even more interesting when we explore how modern minting technology and mass production can sometimes create unexpected rarities that attract serious collectors from around the world. Because even though the Royal Canadian Mint is known for its precision and high-quality standards, no minting process is ever completely perfect, and tiny variations, often invisible to the naked eye, can turn an ordinary coin into a highly desirable collectible. For example, slight misalignments during the striking process, variations in metal composition, or even microscopic doubling in the design elements can result in coins that stand out under magnification, and these are the types of features that experienced collectors actively hunt for, spending hours examining rolls of coins just to find one unique piece that could be worth significantly more than its face value. In very fine condition, the 2016 nickel becomes even more appealing because it represents a balance between affordability and quality, making it accessible to beginner collectors while still offering enough detail and preservation to interest advanced numismatists. And this is where market dynamics begin to play a major role, as demand can suddenly rise due to online trends, viral videos, or collector discussions, pushing prices from just a few dollars to hundreds or even thousands in rare cases where a coin is perceived as special or limited. Another factor that adds to the excitement is the idea that these coins are still relatively recent, meaning they can still be found in circulation, which creates a treasure hunting experience for everyday people who might not have the budget to invest in ancient or rare historical coins but still want to participate in the thrill of discovery. Over time, stories of individuals finding valuable coins in their spare change continue to fuel the imagination of new collectors, and this emotional aspect plays a powerful role in the coin market, sometimes even more than the actual rarity or historical significance of the coin itself, because perception and hype can influence prices just as much as scarcity. Furthermore, the global reach of online marketplaces has made it easier than ever for collectors to buy, sell, and showcase their finds, which means that a coin discovered in one part of the world can quickly gain attention from buyers across different countries, increasing competition and potentially driving up its value. However, it is also important to approach such opportunities with realistic expectations, as not every 2016 Canadian 5-cent coin will be worth a fortune, and proper verification, grading, and research are essential steps before assuming a high market value. But for those who are willing to learn and pay attention to detail, this humble coin can serve as a gateway into the fascinating and rewarding world of coin collecting, where history, art, and the possibility of profit all come together in a single small piece of metal. Taking this exploration even further, the 2016 Canadian 5-cent coin becomes a perfect example of how modern coins can quietly build a reputation over time, especially when collectors begin to notice patterns and subtle differences that were initially ignored during mass circulation. And one of the most fascinating aspects is how condition grading plays a crucial role in determining value, because a coin classified as very fine still carries strong visual appeal, with most of its original details intact, and when preserved properly, free from deep scratches, corrosion, or heavy discoloration, it can easily attract attention in collector markets where even slight upgrades in condition can multiply the price significantly. Beyond physical condition, another key factor is the growing interest in contemporary coins as part of a larger trend in numismatics, where collectors are no longer focusing only on centuries-old pieces but are also turning their attention to newer issues that may hold hidden potential. And this shift has opened the door for coins like the 2016 nickel to gain popularity, particularly when they are linked to stories of unexpected high-value sales or rumored rare variations that spark curiosity and speculation. At the same time, the role of online platforms cannot be ignored, as they have transformed the way coins are discovered and valued, allowing sellers to list coins at ambitious prices while buyers from across the globe evaluate, bid, and sometimes drive those prices higher based on perceived rarity rather than confirmed scarcity, which creates an environment where certain coins can temporarily achieve impressive valuations in the hundreds or even thousands of dollars range. However, this also introduces an element of risk, because not every high listing translates into an actual sale, and true market value is ultimately determined by what collectors are genuinely willing to pay rather than what is advertised, making it essential for enthusiasts to stay informed, compare multiple sources, and understand grading standards before making any investment decisions. Another intriguing element is the educational journey that comes with collecting. As individuals who start with simple coins like the 2016 5-cent piece often develop a deeper appreciation for minting techniques, historical context, and the global coin market, gradually building expertise that allows them to identify valuable pieces more accurately over time. In this way, The coin is not just a potential financial asset but also a learning tool that introduces collectors to a wider world of history and craftsmanship, and as interest continues to grow, it is likely that more attention will be given to modern coins like this one, further increasing their visibility and possibly their value, especially for well-preserved examples that stand out from the millions of others produced, turning what once seemed like an ordinary coin into a symbol of opportunity, curiosity, and the enduring appeal of numismatic discovery. Looking ahead, the long-term outlook for the 2016 Canadian 5-cent coin continues to spark curiosity among collectors and investors alike, especially as the numismatic community evolves and begins to place greater importance on modern issues that were once overlooked. And this shift in perspective is largely driven by a new generation of collectors who are more connected through digital platforms, where information spreads rapidly and even the smallest detail about a coin can turn into a trending topic overnight, increasing awareness and demand at an unprecedented pace. In this environment, coins like the 2016 nickel benefit from continuous rediscovery, as people revisit their spare change, examine older collections, and share their findings online, creating a cycle of interest that keeps the coin relevant despite its relatively recent origin. And when combined with the appeal of finding a potentially valuable coin in everyday circulation, this creates a powerful motivation for individuals to engage with the hobby on a deeper level. Furthermore, the concept of rarity itself becomes more complex in modern coin collecting, because while the overall mintage of the 2016 5-cent coin may be high, the number of coins that survive in very fine or better condition, especially those with unique characteristics or minimal handling, can be significantly lower, effectively creating a niche market within a common issue, and it is within this niche that collectors are willing to pay premium prices, sometimes reaching into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars for coins that meet very specific criteria. Another important factor to consider is the role of professional grading and authentication, which adds credibility and trust to the buying and selling process, as certified coins often command higher prices due to the assurance of their condition and authenticity, and this has encouraged many collectors to submit their best finds for grading in hopes of unlocking additional value. At the same time, it is essential to remain grounded and avoid unrealistic expectations, as the market can fluctuate based on trends, collector interest, and economic conditions, meaning that not every coin will achieve a high sale price, and patience is often required to find the right buyer who recognizes the coin's true worth. Ultimately, the story of the 2016 Canadian 5-cent coin is a reminder that value is not always determined by age alone, but by a combination of factors including condition, rarity, demand, and the narratives that collectors build around their discoveries. And as long as these elements continue to interact in dynamic ways, even a small and seemingly ordinary coin can hold the potential to surprise, inspire, and reward those who take the time to look a little closer and appreciate the hidden details within their everyday currency.